Afternoon and welcome to the 2010 NCAA Division I Women's Volleyball Championship pre-championship press conference. At the podium we have the head coach of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Russ Rose, along with student athletes Katie Cabas, Kathy Quilico, and Jess Ulrich. We will start with an opening statement by Coach Rose, followed by questions for both coach and the student athletes. If you'd like to ask a question, we please ask that you raise your hand. Chris will come by with a microphone, and we just ask that you please state your name and affiliation. Coach, would you please start us off with an opening statement?
Well, since I spoke to the media yesterday, what's changed is we know who we're playing. So, the opponent is a great representative of a strong conference and location. So we recognize that we're going to have our hands full. We've played Cal for the last 3 seasons, so we have some familiarity with some of the players. But certainly as I watched them play yesterday, I thought this was easy for me to say it's the best Cal team that we've played. It'd be easier for them to judge that, but I think they've got as we had in the past, 2 players that could be stealing votes from each other for the Player of the Year in Carly Lloyd and Tara Murray, as well as they have a great system and defensive package that allows them to cause a lot of teams problems.
Kristen Porter from NCAA.com. So Coach Rose, your sports information folks put together a really nice statistical comparison. When you look across the board, it's almost identical. So you've got these 2 teams that play really strong competition in great conferences. What gives? What's going to be that deciding factor on Saturday night?
Well, I'd have to read the article to know the answer, I guess, but I think that most matches come down to how people play. So if you play well, you have a chance to win. If you don't play well, it doesn't really make a difference who you're playing. So we have to play well, and the statistics from the beginning of the season to now, and for both teams, are not as relevant as the statistics in post-match conversation, and even those sometimes are misleading. We've had matches where we won the match and lost the stats, or vice versa. So, I don't have a special remedy to know. I don't have a great scouting report right now. I didn't come into the weekend with anything other than a good knowledge of what we needed to do to beat Texas. I wasn't going to take away from the Texas preparation thinking about Cal or USC, because it would have been time I couldn't get back. So since yesterday, I've spent a lot of time looking at Cal. I'm not finished with my scouting report. I don't really have a definitive answer, but I'm sure we're going to need our players to play well. Sorry.
Andy Gaff again, Women Talk Sports. This is for the players. Are you glad that there's a day break here in between Thursday and Friday, or is it more kind of another day that you have to manage your nerves?
Start with Katie and then go down to Kathy and Jess.
I think it's nice having the day break. It kind of lets us refocus and know what's ahead. Like Coach said, our coaching staff is taking that time to prepare for Cal, and this is kind of nice for us. It's not really a nerve thing. I think it's just more time to get excited and focus on the match that's ahead.
All right, I'll just add to that, I guess. I agree with everything Katie says, but also to get a lot of rest and be able to, for us to watch film on Cal and have another team practice to get our focus back on a different team, a different everything. So
I agree with what Katie and Kathy said. I just think it's a great time for us to get refocused and get prepared for the match ahead. Get our girls rested and ready to go for Saturday's match.
Kathy, from a defensive perspective, you've got one player that has over 600 kills, you got another one that's hitting 421. You know, is there any team in the Big Ten that they remind you of? And you know, just how do you prepare for that defensively?
Well, I think preparing defensively, our coaches are very good at our scouting reports, and you know, they'll tell me where I need to be standing when I need to play defense against an opponent. And I don't think that you can compare them to any team in the Big Ten, because every day I go out and my goal is to dig the ball, you know, pass well, serve well. So